See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. If you don't got no sauce, then you lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce. See, when I ain't had no money, I still had sauce. If you don't got no sauce, then you lost. But you can also get lost in the sauce.
What's happening? Sauce TV, man, back in the building. Your boy DJ Sturgess, man. I got my brother Austin McCall. Link So Stupid back in here. We got a new president. President-elect Trump got reelected on Tuesday. Kamala, you had a good short campaign, but you did your thing, girl.
I think she did a good job, bro. I think she didn't have a lot of time, but she made it work. It ain't like she got blown out. I guess electorally, like electoral college-wise, she did, but like mass votes, nah, she ain't get done real bad. I think with a longer campaign, it would have been even better for her.
Yeah.
But I just think a lot of people had made up their minds during Biden's running.
Yeah.
Period, which is what I kind of felt. I was just hoping for something different, but it is what it is. The sun will rise again and all that other shit. Hope y'all out there aren't depressed. I'm saying shit.
Oh, no,
they
depressed. They depressed.
I shouldn't be depressed.
Listen. My sister, she took the day off work. My mom took the day off work. I was at the Hawks game last night, and you know how like when you going up to the suites, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta get on the elevator, and they make you ride with one of the employees.
My short guy, my short dude.
Yeah. But he wasn't on. It was two females. They was talking, of course, and they was, and one lady was like, "It was the Latinos." You know what I'm saying? Like she had to whisper because you know people be out there and stuff. But like I could tell the girl who's on the elevator with me, I could tell she was going through it. So I had to, I said, "Baby, you just got to pray about it." And then you got to move forward. Like now we just got to move forward because it is what it is. And we've been here before.
I feel like that shit be happening because of like just how the internet works now and like not propaganda, just the gloom and doom of like a lot of older people straight up tell you they scared that the country is going to fall into a dictatorship. It's like, well, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I think he's just a dumb dude that has a bunch of followers and he was able to get elected president. I think he did what you do if you know a lot of the people that follow you aren't the smartest, and that's appeal to their lowest instincts and they're the lowest common denominator. So you just say a bunch of shit that you know they feel strongly about. Like if you have a base of 2 million people and 1.5 million of them people think Mexicans are taking their jobs that they don't want and jobs that they aren't interested in, you kind of, if you the one telling me what to do, aren't you gonna say, go out there and say fuck the Mexicans? Go out there and say fuck the Mexicans. Because that's my job. If I'm your campaign manager and this is our base, that I don't want to say the Joe Rogan, Aiden Ross, the Tate, the Cobra Tate dude, those fucking weird young white boys. If that's your base, you got to go out there and say stupid ass, ridiculous shit that even whether you believe it or not, you got to say it.
I think this election showed that Trump's base is bigger than what it was when he first ran and got elected. And I didn't fully look at all the numbers. I just looked at a few numbers. But when you look at those who turned out for Trump, he had a lot that was just straight down the line. You know what I'm saying? From white men, white women, Latinos, so forth and so on.
I think a lot of white people made their choice when it was Biden running. That they was gonna go for Trump. I think a lot of the people that like a lot of the black people that voted for him, even though like in places like where we from, overwhelmingly black people voted for Kamala Harris. It's not even a question. So we did our part here in Metro Atlanta. Now the rest of Georgia,
we showed up, showed out. We did that, Quaco.
The rest of Georgia, you know what I'm saying? I have nothing to say about that. I don't know those people. But here in Atlanta, black people showed up for Vice President Harris. I think that the black people that actually did vote for Trump, when you talk to them and you hear their rationale, like, you know me, I like to give people their chance to get your shit off. Let me hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
And all of it was bullshit. All of it was bullshit. And
but it's bullshit across the board, though.
I guess. I'm just talking about what I seen personally. Yeah. Like talking to a nigga and being like, yo, so all right, this lady, you know what I'm saying, she was a prosecutor. She went to Howard, all this other shit. She had a track record. Proven.
All three branches of the government.
Wherever the fuck you want to look, she was proven. And then you talk to a nigga, he'll look you dead in the face and be like, but the stimulus check. Look you dead in the face and say some silly shit.
Exactly.
And then you ask, okay, so you want to vote. This is my thing, yo. Like we just said, she's completely qualified. Like no matter where you turn, she has the qualifications. To hear somebody say that they're not going to vote for her because of, I don't know if she didn't care. She didn't speak about my issues, like as a black man. She didn't speak about me paying child support as a black man. And then you ask, okay, so what did Donald Trump say about you as a black man? And then you say, well, we'll figure that out later because he has these plans. And I'm like, well, when he had the chance to give his plan, he told you he had the similings, the pieces of a plan, and you cool with the pieces of a plan versus a plan? Well, yeah, I can't trust her. Well, why can't you trust him? Well, he's a proven businessman. Well, he bad at being a businessman. He filed for bankruptcy multiple times.
But those are people that you can't convince nothing else because they've already convinced themselves. And this is something I realized about Trump. I really didn't even watch too much of the election. I went to Spelman. They had a lock-in, dope event. The ladies of Spelman, y'all did that. Shout out to Reverend Bernice King. She was there as well. Yeah, man. Greg Street was there with me, man. It was a good time with her. But I said, as soon as I leave here, I'm disconnecting from this election because watching it will play on your anxiety as it is. So I get home, I do my best, just to stick to the text message. As long as you ain't texting me about this election, we good. Stayed off social media, just went to sleep because I said, when I wake up, it's going to be what it's going to be, and that's the end of it. Okay, now, a lot of people, they have their sayings about Trump and his following, but this election showed that his following is very, very, very diverse, extremely diverse. Okay, he's the leader of the racists, the misogynists. That's why Roe v. Wade got overturned. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of black men are really using that as a platform for them because, I got child support issues and shit like that. That's why I fuck with Trump because he made sure that y'all can't have abortions and all this other shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
Niggas are stupid, but let's continue.
My fault.
People who want to disenfranchise and get rid of the Department of Education and want minorities to have bad educations because their kids can have the best education because they can afford it and they can put the money in this type of shit. I'm telling you, he represents this full range of people. Homophobia, transphobia, all of that. Like every issue you could think of. It's a lot of, listen, anytime you have a conversation with somebody who voted for Trump, just like black people, whoever, I'm telling you, they all have an issue, and he is the leader of that because the thing is, he's going to make sure that those issues that they coming with, that they get passed, because that's why the Senate and the House went red. Those are the people who's going to make those changes and everything like that. Trump just gonna do what he want to do.
I figured I wasn't depressed about it because I figured I'm trying to think the best way to say it. I don't care that much. Like, I care who the president is, obviously, and I want somebody that represents the country in a good way. But was I waiting for the results on hand? I was working an event, so obviously I was doing that. But I figured the country runs itself, right? And if you make terrible enough decisions, 4 years of him making terrible decisions means the next 4 years after that will be spent fixing that. Just like when Obama came in behind Bush, and just like when Biden came in behind him and had to fix a bunch of the shit that he did, and Biden took the fall for that. Obama took the blame for that. That's just how this shit works.
Obama didn't get the credit for what he did.
He didn't get the credit for it. You know what I'm saying? He got the blame for what Bush did.
Yeah.
Which is just how people work. And then, in turn, he had black people saying that he didn't do enough for black people as a president.
Bro, do you know what kind of House and Senate he dealt with when he was in there for 8 years?
I remember the dude straight up said they wouldn't work with him.
The government shut down like we ain't never heard of no government shutdown until Obama was in office. I had never heard of that at all. I didn't even know that was a possibility.
They just didn't want to work with him. So seeing stuff like that, I'm just old enough that I remember when Bush won the second time and the country was in turmoil. It's just like I hear older people saying now that we're gonna fall into World War III or it might be a dictatorship. People were saying stuff like that about Bush and Cheney back in the day. So shit gets bad. He's not the first.
Cheney was getting that war money.
Cheney was getting that oil money. He was getting straight up oil money. But we've had terrible presidents. Just in what I can think of, I wasn't alive for Ronald Reagan, obviously, but people that were alive for that. Ronald Reagan to some was a great president, but for the black community, he was a terrible president.
Oh, yeah.
I lived through George Bush being president for 8 years of me growing up. He was a bad president, all things considered. And then I got 8 years of Obama. And then behind those 8 years of Obama, I got a fucking dumbass. And then outside of that, the country, which is, it's funny how like the world works. Like I saw it with COVID. I remember like when the COVID shit happened, everybody was talking about, I'm not trying to turn this into a vaccination conversation, but like I just remember when they were talking about the vaccinations, I had just learned in school about like during the 20s when a pandemic came through and like it didn't kill half of the country, but it killed a lot of people in the country until they developed a vaccine. Yeah. And a lot of niggas didn't take the vaccine back then because they was like, what is this? And then they died. And then the people that were alive were like, we're going to make this the standard. You can't even bring your fucking kids to school unless you get vaccinated. And then obviously, like, nothing is perfect. Some things happen. People's bodies have certain reactions. And then certain people just decide, well, I don't want to do that. We get a full circle and it's, oh, fuck it. This thing is killing people all over the world. Fuck that. I can't trust that. So it just feel like, so this dude was president for 4 years. He fucked up. He fucked up bad. Like he put us further in debt. He had us on the bridge of war with a couple of countries, a couple of different times. And because this old dude came in and you didn't like, you thought he was sleepy and his son does crack. Like who don't got a cousin that does something? You know what I'm saying? But his son does crack and you don't want to be president. Cool. You vote the same fucking guy that was the reason why the old guy had to come in anyway to clean up the mess. And you put him back in power because he told you he has the semblance of a plan and enemies. People are stupid. He got enemies though, bro.
Yeah, he got clearly the man. Somebody tried to kill him twice on two different occasions. Man, a motherfucker tried to snipe him.
We ain't talked about that a lot, and he don't talk about it a lot. It feels like it almost didn't happen.
Yeah, it almost.
The way he talk about it, the way he doesn't talk about it.
But Trump had the best spin the block situation you've ever seen. Okay, you tried to assassinate him twice. You know what I'm saying? I got hit on the RICO, got all this type of shit, convicted felon, all this shit. I got over 30 felonies. You tried to snipe me twice. I still got reelected, and I got real support because I got the Senate and the House. Now, who can fuck with that?
Nobody can fuck with it. They're gonna make a lot of mistakes. They're gonna make I don't know about a couple. They're gonna make a lot of mistakes that are gonna be cleaned up by whoever comes in and is president because once again, the country is gonna be looked at as a laughingstock. I don't understand why people feel so strongly. Otherwise, I mean, what I would think if I was somebody that had to do business with America is I would have been hoping for him to be president.
Because now I can get what I want.
Because now I can get what I want under the guise of we're having business talks and all this shit. Because he don't have no couth, and it's like okay, like I get why it works though. Because like it's the same thing like Charles Barkley's appeal or shit me like saying what you feel in the moment. Yeah. And if enough people recognize that that's just who you are. Some people would be like, "Oh, well, he's not." I'll give you another example. Joe Rogan is like that. Like I think of Joe Rogan like that. Joe Rogan is on tape saying the N-word like 10 times. I can tell you honestly, I don't think the dude racist, and it's crazy. That's crazy. I
don't think Trump racist.
I don't know if he is. I don't think he give a fuck one way or the other. I think he willing to say whatever he need to say. So I'm not.
When you got that type of money and you lived at that age,
I think he's classist for sure. I think he does. He has no problem doing racist shit. Yeah. Do I think he give a fuck one way or the other? No. I think depending on who in front of him is how he gonna act. Facts. That's why. But when I look at somebody like Joe, I can't think of no other white person I can think of like in my entirety of life that said the N-word that wasn't in a movie that I was like, yeah, he probably not racist. But when you build yourself into a certain way and you treat people, it seems like you treat everybody the same. Yeah. You get more rope when it comes to what you verbally say.
You think Joe Rogan voted for Trump?
Probably. I mean, he in Texas.
I think he did. I think he
in Texas, and he worth $200 million. I mean, why wouldn't he vote for whoever would have his interest? I don't have a problem with people being selfish and voting their interests either.
Oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. I
don't have a problem with that.
That's what you're supposed to do. The problem is it's a lot of
niggas that think they fit into the category. I don't have a problem with billionaires
and that's why I went off.
Wanting somebody that wants to get a tax break.
They vote with their wallet.
It's our job to be like, oh, I am not a millionaire. Fuck you. But that's not what niggas be doing. And a lot of people really felt emboldened during that shit. I really don't even, sometimes I forget that it started in 2016 and ended in 2020. So like all that race shit that was happening during that time was all happening while he was president.
Mm-hmm.
So that means a lot of people felt more emboldened. I don't know why in my head I never put those two things together because I was just living in it. But the thing that happened in this was 2015. That was Obama's last year, right? When it happened in Columbia, South Carolina, where that
the roof.
I went to Benedict right behind that, and they spoke to us and stuff like that. That was crazy. But yeah, so the tiki torches and all that other weird ass shit. The dude that shot into the Black Lives Matter crowd or ran his car through the crowd. All that shit was happening because these white people felt emboldened. Like, yes, at a certain point, you trying to win the presidency, and I understand that. Like, nigga, not stupid. You paying somebody, they telling you what you need to say and do. Trump's 78 years old, dog. You think he knows what the fuck 20-year-old white boys what get them out of the house? Like, no, he don't know that shit. He paid somebody to tell him, and whoever his campaign manager is, probably could be the president. That person probably could be the president. I have no idea who his campaign manager is. Never heard of him. Never talked to him. I'm just saying, if you can put somebody as empty-headed as this nigga into the Oval Office based on just having ideas and knowing what the fuck to say, you should probably.
I wouldn't want to be the president. I wouldn't want to be the president because you want to know why? You want to know why? Because look at how much power and influence you can have behind the scenes.
I think Michelle Obama didn't want to be president.
Huh?
I don't think Michelle Obama wanted to be president.
No, she don't.
Or she would have been. I think she could have won in 2016. I think she could have won this time.
You're fucking right, man. If Michelle Obama would have ran,
she would have won.
Hold up.
I don't know for 100%. I'm saying like the niggas that is like, oh, I can't vote. Who is this Indian? Like all of that shit would be out. And it would just be different reasons. They would come up with different reasons. But I'm for her not doing it. Like I get why she didn't want to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen what you niggas do. I was the first lady. No, this is a lot. And now they kids grown? Nah, fuck that. Plan they make more money going around doing speaking engagements. The president make you get like $400,000 a year, $600,000 a year to be president. So I mean,
she get that in one engagement. So that's easy.
Fucking talking Howard or some shit like that.
That's easy.
Hopefully it work out. People, you shouldn't be depressed. It's 4 years. The nigga could never run for president again. The nigga is he's not gonna be president for life. I know some of y'all for some reason think that this nigga can like put it. He's not going to be president for life. He's not going to change the Constitution. He's not going to rip up the Constitution. None of that shit is going to fly. He going to do some selfish shit. He might get us into a little trouble by saying some stupid shit, and then he's not going to have no power no more.
Okay. Now, that's well put, and that's a lot of hope in that.
It is hope.
There's a lot of hope in that. But here's the thing. Trump doesn't represent the Republican Party. Trump represents society. All these things that people are sad about right now and being depressed and all this doom and gloom because they are smart enough to understand that it's not just him, it's the people who really want that. Think of how many people really wanted Roe v. Wade overturned, knowing that it was going to put even themselves in danger. You know what I'm saying? Right. Think of the fact that this man... Like there's a group of people out here that don't want slavery taught in these schools. Trump said, okay, cool, elect me, and I'll make sure that I'll defund any school that teaches about that. How about that? Boom. It's everything that you think that is worse in the world, women's rights and shit like that. Yeah. All the bad discussions that you see on social media, men versus women discussions that you see on social media, the weirdo shit that you see in social media and shit like that. All of that is now on the table because that's what he represents. So when people are depressed, I understand where it comes from because he's not representing the Republican Party. A lot of Republicans don't even fuck with him.
Bigots. Yeah.
He represents all the fucked up shit in society. The fuck niggas got him elected.
I think that's true. But I also think I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. I think it was like inevitable. Almost. Like when you look at I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. When you look at just I don't know, since I've been alive, so like 96, right? So if you go from 96 till now, every so often white people get a little bit less that they get away with. Right?
Yeah.
A little bit less they get away with. Don't say this. Don't act like this. Don't act like this towards gay people. Stop calling this girl that. No, if that boy says he's a girl, he's a girl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Respect people's pronouns.
Respect people's pronouns. All of these different things, right? Little by little, these white people having these things stripped away. And I'm not the one to tell you that shit was wrong because, duh, nigga, stop saying shit that offends other people. It's not that deep.
Yeah.
But because they're entitled and they're white and they're young, and some of them have old people in their lives that are also bigoted, racist pieces of shit, they pour it right into them. So then you have this group of people being born that feel like they're held down and oppressed, even though in reality they still are the most affluent people in the country. They get all this different shit that a bunch of people
in the world.
In the world, yeah.
In the world.
In the world. You get a whole bunch of shit that nobody else can even fucking dream of here in this country that you're pretending that you're oppressed in while there's actual oppression happening in the country, but whatever. So then you have those people, it just existed. And for a couple of years, you know what I'm saying? Those were the niggas that was going. I guess it was Rush Limbaugh and all that all that shit. That's where they made their money.
Yep.
Fucking with them and getting them to ride. Oh yeah, they're gonna come. All that shit. They got away with that. Then you ended up with the Andrew Tates and that shit where he was talking to the young boys and the incels and all that shit. Where there's these frustrated. Some aren't white, but most of them are frustrated young white boys that can't get no pussy. That's most of them. Most of them are frustrated with women because the women won't fuck them. They angry with the gay people because they might be gay. And they hate black people because they see black people as a threat. So you know what I'm saying? And they don't have nobody that's willing to come out and say all the stupid, fucked up shit that they think. Because everybody knows that if you want to play to win, you got to play the game. Just how niggas get told, oh, you got to play the game with these motherfuckers. They getting told you got to play the game. Fuck. I know you think he a dirty jigaboo hiney monkey, but you can't say that. Say hello, sir, when you see him. So when you see somebody get on stage and they like, fuck the monkeys. Fuck the monkeys. Like, that's how it works. So these niggas feel like they've been suppressed and all this other shit. It's bullshit, obviously. But that's just how the world works. Like, they feel like they such an oppressed group. So this one motherfucker that ain't never been oppressed his whole life, literally been rich from the second he came out his dad balls, comes up and says, I too am oppressed. And they say, well, we have to get behind him and hold him up as our leader, and I will die for him. Motherfuckers that wouldn't even, a nigga that wouldn't hire you if you got caught with weed when you was 17 is okay with this nigga being president.
Fucking right.
So if that's all to let you know. It's all about how they personally feel about how they treat it. So once I figured that out, I stopped getting mad at it. Like, all right, that shit sounds stupid, and it also sounds natural. So I'm not going to get too angry at you for being a fucking idiot, but it's just not, it's factually not true. And you know me, I ain't the type of nigga that like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna argue with you, I'm gonna really do it with you. So like when we talking and you won't acknowledge that,
he gonna bring the stats out.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yo, you don't want to acknowledge that the only reason you feel like this is because you ain't getting no pussy. Or it's like, I know somebody, I know a black
baby mama drama.
Yeah, you got baby mom. You hate your baby mama, so you think voting for this nigga. Or you a stupid nigga and you think you smart and think you understand finance and money and shit, and you listen to all these stupid ass podcasting niggas that tell, well, you know, the Republicans got to figure it out when it comes to the money. You know what I'm saying? And if we vote Donald Trump in, Donald Trump, all that dick sucking shit.
They kind of do.
Yeah, cool. All that dick sucking shit. It's Democrats with tons of money.
Yeah.
They're not the only motherfuckers that feel. Mark Cuban can't teach you shit about finance. Facts. So I don't want to hear that shit.
Shout out to Mark Cuban, man. I did an interview with Mark Cuban on election day.
Shout out to Mark Cuban. He called in Derek Bozeman. Shout out to Derek Bozeman. Too much truth. But yeah, so all that whining and complaining shit, cool. I guess like if I was you, I guess I would think it was valid, but I'm not you, nigga. I just know why you feel like that. I don't give a fuck personally. You know what I'm saying? I know you're not depressed. I know white people get away with literal murder in the country, but they finna let them two boys that fucking killed their parents out of prison.
Menendez.
They gonna let them out. My mom. Oh yeah, my dad fucked me and my mom knew it. Oh yeah, let us out. I'm not gonna watch that shit.
The Netflix?
I'm not watching that.
Hey, that shit funny, man.
I know what happened. I don't need to watch y'all.
I gotta watch the documentary though, the new documentary that followed.
We're talking about what's his name? Menendez brothers. Menendez brothers,
Menendez.
Fuck, killed their parents in like the late 80s, early 90s, some shit like that. Then they hid the bodies and went and lived on the money for like a couple months before anybody called them. Then when they got caught, arrested, and sentenced, all of a sudden their dad was fucking them. Cool. If your dad was molesting you, that's terrible. And I don't really give a fuck what happens to people that molest people. So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whatever happened to him happened. Then you killed your mom. Then you killed your mom.
Brutally. Y'all brutally
killed your mom.
Shot your parents.
And then you went and spent the money and went to like sat courtside at Lakers games and shit like that. And then only after being caught and almost being sentenced, did it come out that your dad allegedly molested you and your mom was okay with it. So if that did happen, I'm sorry for you. But what about all the niggas in jail for crimes of passion? Do I have to feel sorry for these two white boys? Because, like, I know niggas that you just heard me on the phone. Nigga killed a nigga just killed a nigga. Let me not speak on too much. Something happened strictly because of a girl. Crime of passion. Guess what that nigga got? Life. You think he get to come home in 10 years? 20 years, 30 years, whatever the fuck?
That's fucking right.
No parole, nigga. You're there. That's what we were just talking about. You're there. I was like, damn, this nigga is really there. And he lost his mind for a split second. That's how the country works. So that same group of people can't tell me that you fucking oppressed. You're just dealing with normal shit. You're dealing with normal shit and you don't have the ups. And it's a problem. And that's cool. Like, whatever, bro. The rabbit gonna have the gun again. That's all I'm gonna say. Eventually there's gonna be another black president and eventually there's gonna be a female president. Now, whether those two things coincide with each other, that's up to interpretation. I have no doubt in my mind that there's gonna be a black person once again running the country, soon probably, because just like what I was just saying about that group feeling oppressed because of all these pieces being taken, they're doing that to us again. Once again, not that we've ever had anything in this country, but once again, just a little bit, let's fuck with their civil rights. Let's fuck with them, what they teach. Let's fuck with the women, even though white women are the ones getting abortions more than anybody in the country.
I done sat in one of them rooms, so I can fully agree with that. I can say that. I sat in there.
Yeah, the white girls are the ones in there. It's teenage white girls and shit. You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I was just gonna say, when girls in my high school got pregnant, they had the babies.
Fucking right.
That's what happens, nigga. I'm not trying to to talk about like narratives or some shit, but when black teenagers get pregnant, them motherfuckers have the kids. They don't get to go to the abortion clinic in the dead of night with a big fucking coat on and then come away with just sad memories. They end up with kids, nigga. Man, listen, bro. Cool, he won. Enjoy that shit. Couple years, and then it'll be over with. And then somebody else will be president, and they'll clean up his fucking mess. And then the other side will say, well, wasn't shit better when this nigga was president? And then niggas that aren't stupid are gonna say, well, that was Joe Biden. And then they're gonna say, well, the first 4 years, well, he had to fix Trump.
You know, and wrapping up, you know what I'm saying, this whole new presidency that we are about to walk into come February. They're really like, he represents the groups of losers, and it's like society has shown them that they are losers and they can't break out of that. Even though you have every advantage in the world, the fact that you can't overcome the fact that you were just a loser, that
some of them losers.
Yeah, like that's just real talk. And even black men, you know what I'm saying, who like prime example, Dez Bryant, he had tweeted out some shit, you know what I'm saying, like if y'all knew how to keep y'all legs closed and all this other shit like that. What the fuck are you talking about? But you want to know what? That's coming from a man who probably got baby mama issues, child support issues, shit like that. Well, and then also, people who talk about, you know what I'm saying, he gave us the stimulus check. Okay, first of all, Congress gave you that stimulus check. Okay, secondly, he delayed your check.
I was going to say he was opposed to it.
Yeah, he delayed the check just so he could put his name on it, right? But the fact that you believe all of that just lets everybody know what your financial situation really is, okay?
That shit just mean you don't read. I don't know about
other shit. They can't read. Some of them can't read.
To me,
you can't read. You can't read for interpretation.
Yeah, if you think that that nigga is why you got that money, okay, cool. I'm not, like I said, I can't argue. I can't go back and forth with something.
That's
like that.
the thing. That's the thing.
Okay.
That's everybody though. That's every group that he's representing. That's what you gonna land on. You gonna land on that. You gonna land on that same thing.
Some of these niggas though, like I'm not finna.
I can't.
I'll argue with you if you just. Like, if I think it's funny, but, like, just if you say that to me, if you a nigga and you tell me that, I'm going to just be like, damn, bro, this nigga. Like, it make me sad when I talk to a nigga and realize, like, I know niggas.
It's worse when it's niggas you know, though.
When that's a nigga I know, I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had some homies say they wasn't voting. I told them to vote, and then if they voted, they did. And if they didn't, cool. But I told them to vote.
Yeah.
Like, I let them know I was voting. I told them they were stupid if they didn't vote. Whatever happens after that, whatever. I can feel good about my conscience. I know I voted. and I made sure that everybody in my family knew that they needed to vote and shit like that. But when niggas start getting to tell you they rationale, they don't have real rationale. It's just niggas that think they know better than other niggas. Like, it's really annoying,
Exactly.
Like, if I really break it down, like, it's not even about, like, him, bruh. There's always been niggas that think they know more than normal. Like, just the average person, bruh. And, like, these niggas are, like, bruh, this shit damn near unbearable. And just because Donald Trump was so taboo in 2016, all of a sudden that group of niggas started to be like, he's not that bad. If you really listen to him, it's like, nigga, I am listening to him. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. And those be the same niggas that was telling niggas to do Forex. The same niggas. I hate you niggas. You Donald Trump niggas are the Forex niggas. I know who you are. I just don't be having the energy to go back and forth all the time about that shit. But y'all are the issue in the community. Like, I know we got niggas that actually kill niggas and sell drugs. We can work on that. That's a systemic problem. We can do something about that. You niggas that like the smell of your own farts and walk around and pretend like y'all smarter than the other niggas because y'all watch podcasts
and y'all manipulate women.
Shut the fuck up, bro. I hate that shit, bro. I hate talking to you niggas. I hate hearing y'all niggas points. I hate hearing the rhetoric. All that shit is so fucking stupid. The fresh and fits. I ain't gonna shit on Earn Your Leisure, but that kind of shit. That's what I'm thinking of in my head, bro. Yeah. All that shit is annoying to me. And those be the niggas that, you know, if you really look at how his portfolio is set up, we could really learn a lot from him. And all this other weird shit. Like, cool, bro. I understand. You know more. So keep knowing more. And when your fucking daughter has an issue and she can't get it fixed, remember that you decided that you knew more. Because that's all I thought about. It's pretty, like, the shit's simple to me, bro. Once a nigga... It ain't like I always disliked this nigga. Like, I grew up watching wrestling. All I knew of Donald Trump was that he was on WWE when I was a little kid. And I knew he was rich. And he would pass out money and shit like that. Had no issue.
Pass out money where?
On the show. On the show.
On the show.
He would come out and money would fall from the sky. That was his shit.
Oh, okay.
This is like 2007, 2006.
I wasn't watching wrestling then.
I'm like 9 years old, bro. So this nigga, and then he pops up. And I'm like, oh, okay, this could be cool. I know he from TV. This nigga not a politician. I don't think he gonna win. And I just didn't think he would win. And then every time he would talk, I peeped that it was just going for. He didn't start out doing this.
Yeah.
Like, I remember. Nobody remembers.
He was just going at Obama.
But that shit started to work.
Yeah.
And that same nigga we was talking about, that shadowy figure in the dark, came and tapped that nigga on the shoulder and said, I think I got something.
Yeah.
And it worked.
Yeah.
So I can't knock the game. I can't knock the hustle. He's not that smart a fucking guy. The people around him probably are going to be the people more so in control this time because he was such a bad president the first time.
Oh, yeah. I don't even think that he's going to be building his own cabinet this time.
The generals came out and fucking disowned him. His vice president that he tried to get killed disowned him. Like, the people that wake up and they dicks get hard at the smell of gunpowder were like, hey, we can't let this nigga control if we go into a war or not. Those were his niggas. So this time, I don't know how it's going to go, but I do know that 4 years is 4 years. The nigga's 78. Now, it is scary that he's 78 and that weird little nigga he picked as a vice president is like a heartbeat away from the Oval Office, but whatever. If he becomes president, that's a problem for another day. But yes, he's a little weird fuck too.
Yeah. In closing with this whole Trump situation, again, he just represents society. Whatever you see that's fucked up, just know that those are the people that he's representing. And the thing is, people crave leadership. It don't matter if you are leading them to the gates of hell.
Daddy.
Yes. They crave leadership. They want somebody to lead them wherever. And they want somebody, and not only that, like one problem that the whole world got is everybody swear that they right. And niggas will fight to the death just to prove that they right. They'll crash out just to prove that they right.
Can't nobody say sorry, bro. Shit's so simple, bro. I say sorry.
Can't nobody say, you know what? I don't even know nothing about this. Educate me. I don't know. Niggas would not say I don't know. Dog. I know somebody. And when I tell you, dude, like, I really like stop fucking with dude off that one thing, because it's the fact that, like, yo, you swear you always right, and then not only that, you go out your way to talk about shit that you know you don't know nothing about, but you try to make it seem like you know what I'm saying, like you cool, you involved, you got motion or whatever the fuck. It's like, nigga, you don't even know what you're saying right now, but you'll argue with everybody to prove that you're right, and that's what Trump represents. And everybody who voted for Trump, they real life are doing that because, like, this is their, I'm gonna show you that I'm right, that we right. That's what everybody is about to find out. People are really about to fuck around and find out this second time around. This is what it's really gonna be.
I agree with you, bro. It's just one of them situations where these niggas want to be right, and they want to show you. It's just everything about a point. Like, honestly, bro, I think if Joe Rogan would have ran for president, he probably would have had the same chance as him. At least the same chance as him. It's not about who represents the country the best anymore. It's about who I think.
They asked The Rock if he would ever consider. It's like, what the fuck? They asked Stephen A if he would ever be president?
They asked Stephen A. Stephen A went on The View or Good Morning America, some shit today, and was like, if I was told there was a real chance I could be president, I would have to consider it. It's like, listen, bro. It's okay, bro.
Yeah, like, come on.
It's okay, bro, to say that you're not equipped to be the president. I know that because of this funny shit that's going on right now, a lot of you niggas think, well, it doesn't really. It matters. It matters because other people have to negotiate with the president. I do not want The Rock to talk to whoever the fuck runs China. All right? It's that simple, bro. Everybody shouldn't be president. Everybody shouldn't be allowed to run. Stephen A., you funny as fuck on TV. No, you shouldn't fucking run for president. Why not just say no? Why do all these famous niggas?
The Terminator didn't. The Terminator had California, bro. The Terminator had California.
Bill Burr has one of my favorite fucking jokes about Arnold Schwarzenegger. And I know that nigga's not no super genius. The motherfucker came to America and turned him. He was poor when he came here. He didn't speak the language. He was an immigrant. Speaking of that, he was a fucking immigrant.
Doing steroids.
He was a bodybuilding broke motherfucker that came to the country, barely could speak English, and turned himself into a millionaire. So yes, you may have something that you can give to society and show, oh, okay, this is how things work, and this is what we do. We work hard here. All that shit can be true for that nigga. The rest of you niggas. That might be true for The Rock. You don't fucking talk politics. You don't know anything about politics. I don't care that you bro, being rich isn't enough to be like, oh, well, they're rich, they understand socioeconomic issues. That's not true.
No, the fuck you don't.
That's not true. So unless you don't have,
they know how to get to the money, and they also know how to get to the money in a fucked up way and not get caught.
Some of them, not most, but some of them don't even know how to get to the money.
Yeah, somebody gave it to them. Somebody gave it to them. They
got money, and I haven't gone through it all yet.
Yeah.
So I know what to do to make sure that this shit never hits zero. That's all this shit be. So it's like, bro, to just let niggas that go to school their entire life, work in government their entire life, be the president, please.
Yes.
Please. That's all.
And you tell them what to do. Yes. That's the whole point of fucking elected officials. That's the wait. Before we close this shit out, I gotta say this too, for real. And I've been saying this, but I'm like really on this now, okay? Because of the situation that we in right now. Here's the thing, Democrats, I really need y'all to start moving like Republicans. They are real life strategic. They go get what they want. It doesn't matter if you are in the position of authority, if you're an elected official, or if you are a voter. They make sure that they get what they want. You may not like it, you may not agree with it, but hey, stand your ground, law got fucking passed. Huh?
They're not losing.
Exactly. They're not losing the votes because they're doing what they want from these people. These people want them to do it. But hold up. They're like, this is what I'm saying. As Democrats, whatever party you with, your elected official, once you get them in office, you need to say, yo, hey, this is what we want. This is what we want. We put you in here. So, hey, if you can't do this, we'll get your ass up out of here and put somebody else in here. What is on the table right now for the next legislative session in your city or state or, nationally? What is on the table for your community that wasn't passed last year? That's what you need to be learning about and trying to push. What's something that we need to put on the table that can benefit my community? That's what you need to do. Republicans do that. We may not like the laws that they do. We may not agree with them overturning some of the shit that they did. But at the end of the day, I must salute and applaud a whole group of people that said, you know what, we gonna get you elected, cool, and then we gonna make sure that you put this person on the Supreme Court, and yeah, we gonna make sure that y'all got lifetime positions so we can get everything that we want, because this is the issue that we having, and yeah, we put y'all here, y'all getting this money, you straight, so yeah, now it's time to pay back. That's what you supposed to do as voters. Okay, so no, you ain't supposed to be the fucking president. You supposed to tell the president what's important to you. That's what everybody supposed to be doing.
Like Ice Cube tries to do, and y'all niggas decided he was a coon because he willing to talk to everybody. And I think that's the
people say the same shit about Killer Mike, and it's like, bro, what the fuck? I'm supposed to. Yeah, I know. That's your job.
I understand. Like the dialogue is if you're a community representative, the dialogue is your job.
Especially if they want to let you sit at the table. Exactly. If they want to hear you out, my niggas, you got to do that.
You know what they say when you do that? Oh, look at Ice Cube selling niggas out so he can go shake a nigga hand in the White House. It's like, nigga, I know that this. You think Ice Cube like 55 years old? You think Ice Cube don't fucking know that the picture with the president don't mean shit? You don't think he met enough presidents to know that shit doesn't matter?
Eazy-E was in the fucking White House, my nigga. Come on, bro.
Bro, but I do think that the Democratic Party, sound like I'm on C-SPAN or some shit. What the Democrats probably did wrong is not appealing to the lowest common denominator. And like when I say lowest common denominator, I know it sounds like I'm shitting on that version. I'm just saying the ignorant people, the people that don't care about policy and just care about hearing what you say. Those people swing elections. So like I'm trying to think of the best way. Both times every time that he's ran the last 3 elections. Now that I think about it, 3 elections straight. Every time he runs, Democrats decide to take the high road and decide to, hey guys, we don't do that type of shit, and we don't act and throw mud. We stand on our values. And
when they go low, we go high.
Yeah, when they go low, we go high. No, that's not how society looks at things anymore.
And that's a group of people that
has changed. 30 years ago, that shit worked. It does not work in 2024. If they would have had somebody up there that was still buttoned up, that was the same kind of person that Vice President Harris was, but would also come straight out and say, they dumb as fuck over there. Hey, look at these fucking racist, inbred pieces of shit. Because he was getting on stage saying, look at these broke fucking monkeys. Like, they getting on stage and they getting that off. Because, like like Sturgess was just saying, we need these voters. We need the young voters. We need new voters. And we need people from their side to turn to ours. But the people we already got, the people that vote red no matter who the fuck running, they still voting red. Whoever, they don't give a fuck. They want what Sturgess was just talking about. We need to see red everywhere. I could give 2 fucks if it's Trump or a piece of shit. We're voting for red. And that's cool. That's how they decide to do.
Because I'm gonna get what I want at the end of the day.
You have to be willing to do that. I think next time. Now I think what they should do is focus on somebody younger. I don't know how old AOC is, but I think she has a very good chance of being the president one day. I know she's from here though, right? AOC. She is a congresswoman. I want to say she's from New York. I probably should have known that off the top of my head. But she has a good chance of being president in a couple of years. Somebody like her would be great. But her name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Okay. She is an American politician, an activist, U.S. representative for the New York's 14th congressional district. I think she has a good chance to be president one day. And I think that moving forward, they need, or like Jasmine Crockett, like people like that are willing to go there with you while also being intelligent and turning up. All this buttoned up, we're better than them type shit.
Can't do that shit no more.
The reason why that shit doesn't work is because we know you're liars. We know all of y'all are pieces of shit. We
know that y'all cool too on the low.
Yeah, some of y'all cool, some of you are dirty pieces of shit. But either way, you're on our side. So I'm support you. But we know that. The other side also knows that the thing about Trump is he not hiding that he a piece of shit. They all see who he is. They know what he is.
The devil you
and
know.
They fine. Y'all not letting us see the worst of you. And if you get on stage and you're your honest, authentic self, it might work out for you, it might not. But I'm telling you, it'll go better than it's been going. The people think that the people think Democrats are disingenuous.
Facts.
And that's all it is. That's all it comes down to. Niggas don't know how to put that shit into words, but that's what niggas feel. It's just disingenuous. It's the same bullshit. That's why niggas will tell you that Obama ain't do nothing, because they felt like more shit was promised than actually happened. It feel like bullshit. So they just got to figure out a different plan of attack.
Yeah, well, so with that being said, Trump, he gonna be back in there come February. Yeah. Hey, if you was somebody who fucked up about it, then it's time for you to take matters into your own hands. Start with your local elections, as always. And yeah, man, just stay prayed up, man. And like, here's the thing: we seen what happened last time, so you know how to move this time. All right, it's kind of like, yeah, you're supposed to have guns, multiple of them, and your women need to know how to use them. What you mean, man? But yeah, Kamala 2028.
If she do it again, I mean, shit, she probably do better than she did this time. I doubt they'll do that, though.
We'll see.